Hey there, this is Gary DiGrazia, your ambassador for parkbench.com/Turlock, the community online news resource. I'm here with Stephanie Pacheco, and I'm really excited for this interview. She's a fantastic human being who I've gotten to know since my time here, and I want to jump right in and have you meet Stephanie. Stephanie, hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Nice to meet you. I'm doing good.
I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me.
Thank you.
Would you just start right in and just
Sure.
tell our viewers just who you are, how long you've been in Turlock, just a little bit about yourself.
Great. My name is Stephanie. I am from Turlock. I grew up here as a small child, not born here, but grew up as a small child. And I can remember the days back to ag when my dad was working on a dairy, just hanging out here in the valley.
So your family has a dairy background.
My father does,
Your father does. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, he wasn't really in his own dairy, but he worked on several dairies here in the Turlock area for many, many years, and then went off to do his own thing.
So when you were growing up, did you go to the dairies?
Oh yes, that was the funnest part of growing up in the valley. You go hang out with your dad at the dairy.
Tell me about that.
Oh gosh, we could go back from feeding the calves to watching the cow give birth.
Really?
Yes, so it's really, really interesting and really, really nice to kind of just be out there and get your feet and fingers dirty. So
That's a much bigger difference than me growing up. I grew up in a big city.
Yes.
In San Francisco. You grew up
very different
on a dairy farm.
Yes.
So as a kid, what were the things that got you excited? Was it going to the dairy?
Yeah, gotta go to the dairy. Go play with, go be with the cows, you know, go experience just what it feels like to get dirty and just be, I don't know.
So how long have you been here in Turlock?
Okay, so my family and I, like I said, have not been born here, but raised. I would say about 12, 16 years before I moved to Hillmar.
Okay.
And now I'm here all the time.
Now you're here all the time.
Now I'm here all the time.
Permanent fixture.
Yes.
So talking about the community.
Yes.
Parkbench.com is a community online resource. What are some of the things that you love to do the most?
My favorite part of Turlock is definitely downtown.
Are there any restaurants that you would like to highlight?
Yes.
Everybody's recommending restaurants on Parkbench.com. So
Yes.
I want to find out from you.
Oh, my husband and I enjoy going to Table 26.
Mm-hmm.
We love Bistro. We love Villa Napoli.
Oh,
Very
yes.
good.
We know Sunny really well.
Yes.
Now, talking more about the community,
Mm-hmm.
there's been obviously huge changes since you've lived here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything real significant that you said, Turlock's really on the rise now?
Oh, it definitely is. I would have to say the expansion of the crossroads over there behind, not behind, but in the Monte Vista area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the whole shopping center.
Yes,
over
I
there.
remember, like I said, growing up here in Turlock, I remember before Walmart even came in, and that's been several years.
Everybody's got a Walmart.
Hello, and then just watching, like I said, watching the town evolve, and when Target and all the shopping centers came in over there, it was just dirt, and just watching Turlock grow, it's nice to have, you know.
Wow.
Before we used to be, oh, Turlock doesn't have this. What's the next town you go to? Well, you go to the next town.
Yeah.
And now we have those, and I feel that it is drawing more people in, which is a great feel.
What's your prediction? Do you see Turlock continuing to grow?
I hope that it grows to where we need it to be, but not too much.
So it doesn't lose that small town feel?
Exactly. Because a lot of people are trying to come into Turlock because of that small town feel.
That's why we came here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And now professionally, what
Yes.
what do you do professionally?
I work for a title company here in Turlock.
So if anybody has any real estate questions, you have the answer for
Yes,
that.
sir.
Let's talk a little bit about that. So
Please do.
what would you say to somebody looking to move into the Turlock community?
Oh gosh. Well, first of all, we would say welcome to the community. It's great to have you here, I guess. But what we would basically do is, are you talking about what my line of work is?
Mhm.
Oh, well, we wait for a realtor to contact us.
And what do you see? Do you see more people coming into Turlock, or do you see people leaving Turlock?
Oh gosh. We do notice that what's the word I'm trying to use? The turnover rate.
Mm-hmm.
It is in certain areas a higher turnover rate because a lot of people come in maybe for the college and then they're on the way out, or they may just come in for a few years and then they're out again. But to get that old hometown feeling, a lot of people are still here.
And Turlock has that, like we just mentioned, that old hometown feeling, even though Stanislaus State is here.
Yes.
So I've heard people consider Turlock a college town.
They do.
It doesn't feel like that whatsoever.
Not
it feels like your own little
Yeah.
town out of nowhere.
Exactly. And it's still, no matter what area expands here in Turlock, you still have your main roads that will always lead you to where you need to go. So it's really, really nice to have. You got Main Street, you got Lander, you got Monte Vista. Can't go wrong with all your main streets.
Is there anything about you that your friends that know you that are watching this right now, or those that have worked with you, that something special about you that maybe, brag a little bit so they don't know about you? What are your special talents, your hobbies?
I have a very upbeat personality. So I usually like to remain very conservative. Of course, when you're out there in the public eye, I'm in sales, so you have to kind of watch what you do and remember who you're talking to. And I like just how people feel after they left meeting with me. It's not how I make myself look to them. I want them to feel good about themselves when I leave.
Wow.
So that's what I enjoy doing.
Thank you so much for taking your time just to have a brief little chat. You learned a little bit more about Stephanie Pacheco, and for those of you that are involved in real estate, you know where to come to if you need any title questions answered. You come see Stephanie.
Definitely. See you out there.
Thank you so much.